All right, here we go. All right. Welcome to my channel. I am Erin McDermott, and I am a nurse in the state of Massachusetts for well over 20 years. But I left nursing in 2020 to open up my own gym. And now I'm an online coach, fitness and nutrition coach to ladies over the age of 40 going through menopause who want to get fit, strong, build muscle, get lean, and then show it off in a bikini photo shoot. Right? And it's a blast. But today, what I'm going to do is go over a Q&A. So on my Facebook page, I ask the ladies, what are your questions? What do you want to know? What do you want to learn? So they sent me some questions. There were a lot of them, but today I'm only going to go through 5 and take it from there, and I'll do another video to answer all the other questions. All right, so this is actually the second time I'm doing this video because this shirt I got, I guess apparently I should have got a medium because it keeps slipping up and showing some things that shouldn't be showing on YouTube. But anyways, I fixed that all and I'm doing this video again, getting a little more comfortable here. Okay, so the first question is, what are the most common mistakes made during execution of some of the most common lifts? So I'm going to answer it like this. The most common mistakes I see that women make is they don't train hard enough. And then when they train hard enough, they're losing their form and technique. Okay, so that's really important that you maintain your proper form and technique. So if you're new, that's what your focus is going to be. Maintaining your form and technique. It takes a long time to be under the bar to go to the gym and to understand your body mechanics and how it feels underneath load, underneath a bar. Okay, when you're squatting, when you're deadlifting, when you're overhead pressing, when you're doing a pull down, pull ups. The most common mistakes I see is poor technique due to a lack of understanding, like of movement fundamentals. So I think I should do this on a video when I'm in the gym to show you, but don't be scared to go into a gym and to try new things, right? I probably think the best way you can do that if you're scared is to use the machines. The machines have pictures and tell you exactly how to do it. They tell you exactly what body part you're using. And if that doesn't work, ask a coach there. All right. So I think I'll do that in a video in my gym. I always do proper form and technique videos. So make sure you're looking at those. I do a lot of them on my Facebook page. I upload them to YouTube. I'm going to be uploading more of those on YouTube because I know those are super helpful for people. So it's really about proper form and technique. All right, how often should you train as a beginner or intermediate? Really, the key is to find a sustainable routine which focuses on technique, recovery, and progressive overload. So don't get caught up on those terms. You just want to, if you're a beginner, you should train a minimum of 3 days per week. That would be perfect. Strength training 3 days per week, getting to understand the form and technique and how you feel, getting to understand how the weight feels, what weight you should be lifting, how you're feeling, how you're recovering. And in between those days, do a little bit of cardio, just maybe 20 minutes on a treadmill. Don't overthink it. So it would be 3 days of strength training, full body, and then maybe 2 days of cardio on the other days, 20 minutes. Or you can do your cardios on the days you strength train, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. So basically, I think a beginner should train a minimum of 3 days per week using a full body approach. And then intermediates, if you're a beginner and then you've been training for about 3 to 6 months, you can increase that to 4 days per week. You can potentially increase it to 5 days per week, and you can continue to do a full body part focus. And then on the 4th day, you can do the body part that you really want to focus on. There's all different kinds of ways that you can set up your program, but progressive overload is basically that you are getting stronger as the time goes by. All right, so question number 3, cardio, no cardio, or combination of both? Okay, so the cardio question is, should you do cardio or not cardio at all, I believe, right? And then I'm just going to add in there what type of cardio. So it really depends on your goal, but for most people, you should do cardio. Why? Because cardio is amazing for your heart health, especially at us, at our age group. We need healthy hearts, and that Two types of cardio can be done. So one is just slow and steady. So for instance, you're going to get on a treadmill, you're going to put it at a mild incline, you're going to get your heart rate up to uh, a conversational pace, somewhere where you are out of breath, but you're able to have a conversation with somebody. That would be steady state cardio. It's low intensity, but it still gets your heart rate up and it's for endurance. Okay. The other type of cardio would be functional fitness. I like to call it functional fitness, where you are performing a movement pattern for, say, a total of 60 seconds. Then you're going to take a rest, do it again for 60 seconds, take a rest, and do it again for 60 seconds. That's where your heart rate is getting elevated. So, for instance, you would do a kettlebell swing and then you would rest 60 seconds. Then you would do med ball slam. Then you would rest for 60 seconds. Then you would do squat jumps and you'd rest for 60 seconds. And you can repeat that for 3 or 4 rounds. And that's higher intensity. And your body has a way of giving you energy using 2 different types of energy sources depending on what type of cardio you're doing. So the 2 types of cardio are excellent for your heart because your heart responds in 2 different ways. So you want to make sure you're doing both. For me, when I work with my clients, I give them 2 types of the cardio. I give them low intensity and then I give them higher intensity to work the heart rate 2 different ways so that they have endurance, but they also have that power. All right, so I hope that answers that. So the other thing I want to mention about cardio is that you never do your cardio before your strength training, because in our age group, for the ladies that I work with, the goal is always going to be strength training and to build muscle. So if that is your goal, you need to put your cardio after you strength train, okay? Preferably on a separate day, preferably 6 hours or more after your strength training. But if you can't get it done on a separate day, you do it after your strength training, never ever before. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Okay, meal prep for creating a lean physique. Okay, so meal planning for creating a lean physique. So a lean physique comes when you're in a fat loss phase and you lose fat when you're in a calorie deficit. So, are there types of foods that can lean you out? If you're in a calorie deficit, yes, right? I always tell my clients 90% of the time you should be having whole foods. 10% of the time, go ahead and indulge in your favorite foods. But 100% of the time, when you choose whole foods, you're going to win. Why? Because the processed foods are going to mess your hormones up. They're not going to make you feel good, right? And then they're addictive. Say you're going to eat an Oreo. Have you ever ate an Oreo? I mean, for heaven's sake, they're so addictive, like Doritos, right? You can't just have one Oreo. And that is what the food system is all about. They are so smart that they connect to your dopamine receptors and say, oh, this feels so good, I can't stop, I get addictive. And before you know, you ate this whole sleeve of Oreos, right? So it's not that you can't eat Oreos, right? But there are other healthy alternatives to Oreos that you can make yourself. So 90% of the time, you're going to have whole foods. That is going to serve you way more than the processed food and the toxic food system that is in your grocery store right now. Okay. And this is my cat, and she loves me so much. I can't even explain it. And she just shows me to love out of the 4 people in my house. She actually can't live without me. She follows me around the house sometimes. And like I have to put her on the bed before we go to bed because for some reason she just likes me to do that. And I'm sorry that she's sticking her butt out at you. I apologize for that. Milky, can you at least face the other way, girlfriend? Jesus. All right. All right. So where was I? I'm so sorry. Okay. So meal prep for creating a lean physique. Okay. So I always tell my clients, and I make sure this happens, you will not be successful unless you meal prep. Okay. So what you have to do is pick a day where you're home and it's an hour. Okay. It's not all day. You're going to choose foods that you like and you're going to make them healthy. Okay. Excuse me. And I don't care if it's a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Bring food with you so that when you get to the point of no return, when you're so hungry, you're grabbing the peanut butter jelly sandwich and you're not standing in the drive-through line at Arby's or Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and getting all the processed food that is going to make you feel bad. Not only physically, but it's a mental feel bad. So I don't want you to self-sabotage. So I always tell my clients, like, I don't want you to get to the point where you're beating yourself up. And then you get depressed and you have anxiety because you ate the crappy food. How are you going to avoid that? Is bringing your food with you. And it's very simple. So when I prep ahead of time for my overnight oats, it takes me less than 5 minutes because it's so simple. I just pour the oats in, pour the textured vegetable protein in, I put my soy milk in, I put my fruit in, and then I put it in the refrigerator. It's literally less than 5 minutes to make that 4 days. So I'm 4 days now. I can wake up and I don't have to worry. I've already done that. It's simply amazing to know that you did something for yourself because you care so much about yourself. So I always say that meal prep is one of the highest forms of self-love that you can do for yourself. Because when you think about it, if you were to have company, you would prepare a meal, right? Because you want to feel that warmth, you want to give that to them because you respect them, you care for them, it's your way of showing them love. It's the same thing. Meal prep is the same thing. It's showing your self-love, it's showing your self-respect, it's showing I care so much about you. I want you to be successful so that when you wake up in the morning, you're going to have one less thing to worry about. You can wake up, you're going to be hungry, you can go to the kitchen refrigerator, take out your oatmeal, heat it up, and it's all done. Right? Highest form of self-love that you can do for yourself is meal prep. So prep your food, bring it with you. You're going to avoid that self-sabotage. You're going to avoid the anxiety, and you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel successful. So that's what I want for you, and that's what I tell all of my clients. All right. I think. All right. So, okay, I got one more question here because that would be fun. I say, all right. So we did exercises for building muscle. I think I did that one. I have menopause brain, so sometimes I don't remember what I talked about. So we did what's the most common mistakes, and then we talked about strength and muscle building, beginners workout. Yeah. Okay, I think we did everything. So I hope this was helpful to all of you ladies. And if it was, please like, please subscribe, please share. I'm going to be doing more of these. I didn't answer all the questions, but I will be doing them in another video, and I'll be doing more form and technique videos. Let me know what else you want to see because I actually really enjoy doing these. And I'd like to hear from all of you because I actually sometimes think, wow, I don't even know who's listening, who wants to hear this stuff, but then I'll get a message saying, thank you so much. That video was so helpful. And that's why I love to do these things, right? Sometimes when we're an expert at something, we forget that it's common knowledge for us, but for other people, they don't know that. So if you have something if you're an expert in something, you should share too, because I want to know too. So that's what I'm here to do. I am here to share my expertise. I've been in the fitness industry for over 30 years. I've had multiple certifications. I've been a nurse. I own my own gym. And, I'm a woman who's 53 years old, going to be 54, and I'm post-menopause. It doesn't mean menopause is over. It just means I'm in a state of hormonal chaos. That's all that means, okay? So I'm here for all of you ladies. So let me know if you have any questions, and follow me for more fit and health tips, and just get strong. Yeah.